Hello and welcome to the Prince of Wales Stadium, or should I say hello a croeso, as we have Welsh opponents here in Cheltenham. Of course, the Welsh weather seems to have followed us as the rain begins to pour, but it's for a big game. It's the first game of the season here. South Wales looking to get off to a good start, of course, but the All Golds on home turf for this first game and looking to gather some momentum going into their game with Rochdale Hornets next week.
Please welcome our visitors, the South Wales Scorpions. And your home side, the Gloucestershire All Golds.
The opening scoring was made early on, just 7 minutes in. This punt forward was knocked on, but caught by Matt Bradley, who ran the field. No one could stop him, and he touched down to open up the season's points. He converted his own try. Before a run from Ryan Pywell, just a few moments later set up Joe Martin. Easily making it 12-0 in the first 10 minutes, courtesy of another conversion. A great passing move scored the third try, with Callum Mulkeen eventually finding the ball on the wing, where he put it in the corner. But the conversion was wayward from Bradley on this occasion. The South Wales Scorpions did come into the game though and did get their first points of the season. A very good kick forward, bounced awkwardly for the defence, but fortunately for the attacker Rhys Davies to catch, and he put it under the post where the conversion was always going to go over. Second half and much of the same. Courtney Davis' kick forward was caught by the fullback, but he was taken down by a couple of All Golds attackers. A turnover was made, and then a good move saw Chris Vitellini score. And another conversion made to put South Wales almost out of sight. On 55 minutes, a fine display of rugby saw the defence shattered to pieces as Toby Topper managed to see the ball come his way and get himself on the score sheet. However, this conversion on this occasion wouldn't be scored. Of course, with any derby, there's always going to be some spice, and a high tackle saw things begin to boil over. Moments later, new signing Brad England announced himself to Cheltenham with a huge tackle, walking away with a gang of players ready to take on the world behind him. but the referee's word with the captains saw everything calm down. This occurrence didn't go to the All Golds heads though, as a sensational move from Matt Bradley, the eventual man of the match from the media, set up Emerson Whittle to make it a 30 points gap for the side. But moments later, an off-the-ball incident did mar the second half. Joe McLean sin-binned for punching his opposition. The referee knew he had to go, and a word with his linesman meant it was so, meaning the All Golds ended the game with just 12 men. South Wales did take advantage of this with a good piece of play. The try was scored, but the referee Tom Grant decided it was an illegal move and disallowed the try. Even with a man less, the All Golds would triumph, and a second try from Callum Mulkeen capped off a great day, seeing the All Golds finish top of the Kingstone Press League One after round one's game. Full time, the All Golds 36, South Wales Scorpions 6, meaning the biggest ever league win for the Gloucestershire All Golds in a league game.
First game, first win, must be pretty pleased with yourself.
No, not particularly, no. I thought that were a really, really low quality game. Poor from both sides. So many mistakes, nobody got going really. We were marginally better, but overall we're disappointed really that we played like that. We're certainly prepared to play better than that, and we'll need to be better than that next week against Rochdale.
Some of you surprised with comments there with such maybe a big win that it was. Is there any place in particular looking to improve?
Just generally balling out, there was too many mistakes. It's what cost us against Sunderland. In our last game, there was far too many mistakes, and against better teams, you were going to get punished. Like I said, we're a very low quality game, and against some of the teams in this division, we'd have got beaten comfortably. So we do need to improve very quickly with ball in hand, I thought.
Of course, a win on your first game, albeit maybe not the best performance. What are your targets then going on and pushing on in the season?
We need to discuss those behind closed doors on Tuesday. We'd have some targets in mind, but if the players are going to perform like that, then those targets need to change. In my short space of time here, we've tried to raise the bar a little bit of the expectations of this club, and so the players need to buy into that, and if we don't want to, then we're going to struggle. We're saying the right things behind the scenes, that we want to get in the playoffs, so make a go of it, but we need to perform better than that.
A couple of the tries for some really good passing movement ahead of the actually scoring. Is that something you've been working on training?
We throw the ball about, we've done that in each game going, so that's something we do promote, but a lot of the mistakes are coming not from forcing the ball, they're not coming from particularly anything dangerous, so we're not particularly playing anything risky. Just really poor mistakes, just forward passes with no pressure and things like that. Don't get me wrong, there was some good stuff in the game, but it was just too little really. There was just not enough of it. And like I said, we've got tough games ahead and we need to improve quickly.
You talk about tough games, Rochdale next week. You say you got to up your game a bit. It's going to be a tough contest, isn't it?
Of course it is. Everyone's thinking there's a north-south split in this division this year. And we want to disprove that, all the southern teams do, but I can only speak for us. We want to break into those northern teams. And we need to be better than what we did today to give Rochdale a game, that's for sure. But we'll prepare this week and we'll try and give them a shot next week.
Steve, first game, first win, must be pleased.
Yeah, well, happy, always happy with the win. You know, we made quite a lot of errors, so there's a lot of things we got to improve on going forward, but we said a win's a win. We only let one try in, so D stood strong. Yeah, so quite happy, quite happy.
You did mention a couple of errors, as did the head coach as well. What can you do you think, to cut them out?
We just got to pick our skills up, some slack passing, you know, it's just going on the training paddock, getting our moves run right, getting our skills up and just being a bit more good with the ball in hand, really.
A couple of those tries were fantastic displays of passing rugby. Is that something you've worked on in particular?
Yeah, you know, Lee's been really good and he wants us to play rugby and he wants us to, you know, push that ball around, and you can see when we get it right, it really comes off. So, you know, we got to get on the paddock and really keep working that and get spot on at it, really.
There's a couple of altercations maybe on the pitch. As captain, what did you do to try and calm those down?
As captain, it changed with me because it's normally me who's in there giving the altercations. So I'm happy to be on the other side of it, trying to calm everyone down. You know, it's just trying to keep a cool head. Obviously, I got a lot of mates in the Scope side as I used to play there. So, you know, it's pulling the people apart and trying to keep everything calm, because you don't want to see having a bust up with your mates and you don't want to see anybody getting banned for the future games.
Of course, they're your friends, they're also ex-teammates. Is it good? Does it feel better maybe to get on your side?
Yeah, it's always good to have the bragging rights, you know. You see the boys out and about and, you know, you're always in contact with them. So it's nice to have the bragging rights, and I'm sure, you know, when we meet them again, they'll be pushing really hard to turn us over and try and get one up on us.
There's also, even if they weren't your former side, they're also a Welsh side. You're a Welshman yourself.
Yeah, you know, we've got a pretty good Welsh contingent in our team. There's, you know, about 7-8 of us, so it's pretty good to have that, and it's good to play a Welsh team. You know, my old team, it's nice to play against them, you know, and it's happy to get the win. Brilliant. Cheers, guys. Thanks very much.